watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. We're starting your morning off with a live look over the White House. Look at that beautiful start to the day. The sun is shining. Temperatures expected to be in the upper 80s with lots of sun out there. It's going to be much cooler than it has been and less humid. It was nice actually walking out the door, so you'll probably enjoy it when you walk out as well. But thank you for starting your morning with us here, your Friday morning at 6 o'clock on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, TGIF. Good morning. I'm Shanika Grimshaw filling in for Corey James. We have Liberty Simmons. She's going to be looking at the roads, and there are a couple of crashes out there already.
Lots to be aware of.
Yeah, so stick with her. And then first we want to talk about the weather. The weekend is here for some of us.
Yeah.
So how's it going to look, Jackie?
Out there today, I would say it's the best day out of the next three, just because tomorrow and Sunday we're tracking that heat and humidity building back in, along with some storm chances. Out there today, great day if you're trying to get any of those outdoor chores done. Maybe if you want to garden, it's going to be a great day for that. We have low humidity, mainly sun-filled skies. We'll take all that. High pressure in control. That's keeping us dry and quiet today, and we'll see those milder conditions, upper 70s by 11 a.m., back into low 80s as early as 3 p.m. under a mix of sun and clouds out there for your Friday afternoon. Highs back in the middle 80s, but tomorrow seeing those 90s and that humidity returning. The latest details on that coming up. Liberty, what's the latest on the roads?
All right, so here is this crash in Washington. It's along 68 eastbound between Washington, Allegheny County line and US 40 Scenic Mountain Road. We are seeing purple there on your screen, so expect some delays if you're traveling through that area. It could cause you to be a little late heading into work or wherever you're heading into this morning. Now, this crash has been moved onto the right shoulder, and this is in Beltsville on Baltimore-Washington Parkway southbound at Powder Mill Road, so keep an eye out for that on the right shoulder. I'll send it to you, Shanika.
All right, Liberty, thank you. 6:02 on this Friday morning. Turning to Metro, riders will see a slight increase in prices starting this Sunday.
Yeah, Metro says the new fares will keep the price in line with the cost of living adjustments and its service running at its current level. DC News Now's Yamari Sase live at the DuPont Circle Metro station. So Yamari, you've been talking to Metro riders about this. What are they saying?
Yeah, people are not too happy about this price increase. Now, it's going to be about 12.5%. That's how much the increase will be starting on Sunday. And now it does depend on how far you are traveling, but the starting rate, which was originally $2, will now be $2.25. Now, when it comes to riding the Metro bus, it'll start at $2.25, and then the Express bus will now be $4.80. Now, Metro Rail will range from $2.25 to $6.75 on weekdays, but after 9:30 p.m. and on the weekends, it will range up to $2.50. Now, again, all this depends on how far you're traveling. And when it comes to Metro Access fares, that will be $4.50. Now, Metro customers that have passes or reduced fares like Metro Lift and senior discounts, that will remain 50% off. And monthly unlimited passes will range from $72 to $216. Now, for one-day unlimited passes, that'll go up by 50 cents. 3-day, it'll go up by $5.75. 7-day unlimited passes will go up by $2.75. And now Metro decided to raise its fare. They actually raised their prices last year, but this year these prices will actually increase all across the board. Now, they say it'll help keep the price in line with the cost of living adjustments and its services running at its current level. And some people that ride the Metro every day say they're not looking forward to it.
Not loving it. It seems small, but that adds up. I think public transport should stay cheap. It's public transport.
Now, to get a better estimate of how much you will have to pay due to your travel, you can visit WMATA's website and check out that trip planner, or you can visit our website, dcnewsnow.com. And remember, this all begins on Sunday. For now, reporting live in DuPont Circle, I'm Yamari Sase. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Yamari. Well, a ride on Metro is not the only thing getting more expensive. A new report from the Maryland's Office of People's Counsel finds that the cost of utilities is increasing in the state. Now, the report claims that many gas and electricity rates have doubled or tripled since 2010. OPC says companies like Columbia Gas, BGE, and Pepco have seen the biggest increases. Meantime, prices for companies like Potomac Edison and Washington Gas have risen much more slowly, mostly keeping up with inflation. OPC says this is due to the state policies allowing high profit margins for utility companies.
Developing now, 2 D.C. police officers recovering after being bitten by a dog in Northeast.
Yeah, this is video from the scene last night on Minnesota Avenue, right near the metro station. Police are responding to a shooting in that area. They say officers there have minor injuries, and it's not clear what happened to the dog or if any arrests were made. In Prince George's County, police are investigating a double shooting in Hillcrest Heights. Officers responded to the scene near Town Park Road in Dublin Court just before 7 o'clock last night. They say one man was killed, another was injured, but that man is expected to be okay. Anyone with any information is asked to call police.
And turning now to Montgomery County, where that teen is accused of plotting a school shooting. He will appear in court this morning. 18-year-old Alex Yee was arrested back in April. Montgomery County police say he wrote a 129 manifesto detailing the plan to carry out a school shooting at Wooten High School. Today, Yee is set to appear for a bond review hearing, and the case is expected to go to trial later this year. And DC News Now is your local election headquarters. The first face-off of the 2024 election cycle comes to a close.
President Biden and former President Trump went head-to-head last night in the CNN presidential debate. National correspondent Rashad Hudson has the highlights.
This was far from your normal presidential debate. No live audience, muted microphones, and 2 of the oldest candidates to ever debate each other. In a rematch from 4 years ago, President Biden and former President Trump faced off Thursday night for the CNN presidential debate, the first of the 2024 race.
You're the sucker. You're the loser.
He should apologize to me right now.
A stark contrast in style and tone from the last presidential debate, with some stumbles right out of the gate.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
For 90 minutes, the candidates responded to questions from the moderators about the economy, immigration, and abortion rights.
He's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month.
That is simply not true. The Roe v. Wade does not provide for that.
The Biden campaign said the president's raspy voice was due to a cold. A 78-year-old Trump and an 81-year-old Biden faced questions about their fitness for office.
This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent.
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them.
Both candidates will be back on the campaign trail today, bringing their message directly to voters. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
And former President Trump following last night's debate with a trip to Virginia today. He's expected to speak in front of thousands of people at the historic Greenbrier Farms just off the Chesapeake Expressway. Merchandise stands, as you can see, already popping up nearby. They have shirts, flags, cups, and more.
People come in left and right every 5 minutes. So people pulling up. They're very excited for having us here.
And I've been doing this since 2015. It's not just my business. I love what I do. I love this country that we're living in, and I don't like the fact of what's going on with the country, you know. I'm 43 years old, and I really do think Trump is the best man for the job.
The venue opens at 11 o'clock this morning for today's rally.
And in Northwest, tenants at an apartment building are searching for a solution to their building's rat problem. Those living at the flats at DuPont Circle tells us management and maintenance staff have not been helpful in solving the issue. They say they've been dealing with cat-sized rats scratching the walls and running around their apartments.
One morning, woke up to one running next to my bed in my studio into my kitchen. Actually, a few times slept on my balcony.
I can tell you that I've definitely seen them. I mean, workout room, in the courtyard that we have, in the garage that we have.
Imagine that. Building owners, Equity Apartments, says they're addressing the problem using barrier sealing and their pest control vendor.
Well, in Arlington, the County Police Department hosting its 4th annual Pride with the Police.
Yeah, the event took place at Freddy's Beach Bar. That was yesterday. Police spent the day with the community along with fire officials and emergency personnel. A spokesperson with the department tells us one of their main goals was to promote their LGBTQ+ liaison team. She says they're made up of volunteer officers who help address the community's concerns.
Building those relationships before they need law enforcement services are really important. Sure, everybody is heard, everybody feels like they're supported, and everybody has a resource.
A few months earlier, police had to respond to a bomb threat at Freddy's, delaying a drag brunch.